Our not-for-profit organization is considering working with a professional grant writer. Any tips for contractual terms? Boom! I'm so glad you asked because CFOs love to give advice on contractual terms. Peter, are you feeling me on this one? Yes, we love to crunch numbers, and we know that we can provide even more value by helping you be proactive in coming up with contractual terms that work financially for everyone and that spread risk appropriately to all parties in the contract. So consider, first of all, that grant writers often get paid in a variety of compensation structures that are available. Some grant writers do fee-for-service work. So in other words, they're going to work, they're going to get paid, and it's regardless of whether or not they actually are successful in bringing that grant to your organization. It's a fee for service. Some might get paid hourly, some might get paid a flat fee. So those are two variables right there. Another variable is that some get paid on commission. In other words, a low fee for service or no fee for service, but they get a piece once the grant comes in. Now that depends on the nature of the grant. That depends on the financial status of your company. If you've done fundraising elsewhere, if the grant won't include a professional service like this, can your organization has your organization done some fundraising that can cover a professional service like this? So the funds won't necessarily come from the grant, but they'll be calculated based on the size of the grant that your organization brings in. So it's a little bit riskier for the grant writer because they might not be successful in closing the grant, but if they do, then they'll get a larger than usual commission payout. So that's the risk-reward balance. Just make sure to be attuned to these variables in your negotiations with a professional grant writer. Is it going to be hourly? Is it going to be flat if it's going to be fee for service? Is it going to be a commission-based model or a success fee-based model? What are those terms going to be? So those are your negotiating points. Also consider the timeliness of the service, but it's really money. I would say that's the main point to negotiate, and whether it's a fee for service or a success fee. And also keep in mind that there are some amazing grant writers out there. If you would like a referral for one, I would be happy to make an introduction. Also, if you come upon a grant writer who tries to insist that it's their terms and only their terms, and if you think that any other grant writers out there are offering those crazy terms, you're crazy. It's like, stop. Okay, you're on the bus to Crazy Town, and we're going to let you stay on that bus, but that doesn't mean that we're going to get a ticket to get on that bus with you. Have a nice day. You don't have to work with a professional grant writer who's insisting on terms that don't work for you. Or, even worse, who's invalidating your knowledge or your viewpoint.